Hey guys, okay, so this is gonna be my first sharpening video, and I'm sorry about the camera angle, but I don't have a tripod for my phone, so I'm just leaning up against whatever is here. So for this, I'm gonna be sharpening my parents-in-law's knives, because frankly, I'm tired of dull knives. Me and my sister used to say life's too short for dull knives. So we're gonna have I'm just showing you these knives in the start. And the way we're going to test the sharpness is a very simple test that at least I believe every knife should be able to pass no matter what it's built for. And that is normal sheets of printer paper. They have to be able to cut that. So let's begin. First one. Nyeh. Well, I'd say more rips. You can see here. More rips than cuts, so that's definitely not a pass. Okay, that's these two. It did nothing. Now this one here. Oh yeah, by the way. Don't know if camera will pick it up, but I think there you go. It's an IKEA knife. Let's see. Well, that's these two cuts. It's doing better so far at these knives. Don't know if camera. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. Don't know if the camera will pick that up. Well, when it catches, doesn't do too bad. How about this one? Nope. Nope. Okay. How's the printer paper test? Let's start with this one. A plain and simple chef's meat knife. Chef's meat knife. Blah, if I could talk. And what I'm using is a... Don't know if camera will pick that up. It's a Lansky sharpening system. And then a pen to mark off my edge. This is a fabric pen, but it's all I have. As you can see here. Oil for it, the holder, and the stones. So what I have is... I got a 280 medium stone, a 120 coarse stone, and a 600 grit fine stone. So I can only do up to 600 grit, which in a way is kind of a pain in the butt, but hey, I'm on a budget here. And to tighten things up, I'm going to use my Swiss knife. You know, hammer and pick that up. Yeah, there we go. Phillips screwdriver. So first, we're gonna mark our edge. Now, of course, this is kitchen knives, so these are gonna be cleaned up afterwards. Obviously, you don't want any metal dust or anything like that oil in your food. I'm thinking this here is at a 25 or 30 degree angle. There we go. See? So I've marked the edge. Let's put it in the holder. And by the way, I don't have any editing software at all. Well, I'm going to be doing everything on my phone, so there's not going to be any time lapse or anything like that. So this might be a semi-long video, but hey, At least you can see that not cheating or anything. Then you guys will be able to see how long time I actually spent on things. Okay, so that one there. Gotta remember the oil and to clean up every time. I'm using basic kitchen roll. I also use that a bit as a sharpness tester. So if I clean up the edge, I'm gonna kind of cut into the paper, see if it'll cut that. Okay, I don't think that is just too horrible, so we're gonna start off with a medium stone. Who knows? Might surprise. Of course, at the end of this, the goal is that it can do fine cuts on the printer paper. That's the goal. Hey.
Oh.
I'm filming my work.
You what?
I'm filming my work. Okay, let's get started. Let's try and see what. Yep, it looks like about a 30-degree angle. Eh. Eh. You guys see what I'm doing here? So these holes keeps the correct angle, so I can maintain a 30-degree angle consistently. Unless it falls out. Well, that means I gotta tighten it more. There we go. Let's try that again. By the way you know you fit the right angle is when the stone removes the place only where you've marked the edge and nothing else than that. I don't think this knife needed that much work. Oh, come on. I guess I'm putting too much pressure on the knife because it keeps on falling out of the holder. The problem is with such a big knife, it's a very small area I have that will actually, it's supposed to grab the blade. Let's try and tying that extra tight. There we go. Okay, third time's the charm. You're not supposed to use any more weight, technically, than what the stone gives. So sometimes to make sure I don't, I let the stand rest on the table itself, so the only thing I do with my force, so to say, is keep the stand up. And I don't really count how many times I'm doing this, because frankly it tires me out too much and gets me too uninterested. So I always eyeball it. For those of you who don't know, why can I do this in the kitchen when there go metal dust all over the place? That's what this is for. The grinding oil. Make sure that everything stays on the tools I'm using, which also means that I got the kitchen cloth to wipe it all off. But it makes it more controlled, so you're not going to get metal dust all over your table or things like that. I know some people are a bit edgy in that one. I've sharpened plenty of knives. I haven't really done that many kitchen knives. Okay, now my edge is all oiled up, so let's wipe it off. See what we got. Here's where all the metal dust goes. Everything is caught there. Nothing is left on the edge. I can already feel now the edge is improving. A few more rounds, then we can go with the 600 grit. This is only a 280. So I don't remove too much, but not too little. And the difference between what I'm doing here and the rod that's usually comes in kitchen knife sets is that rod will only maintain the edge that's already there. It won't make a new one. But of course you should always use that rod, because most times it's just because your edge is rolled. But when the rod doesn't work anymore, that's where I come in. Now, of course I can't do this for free, but I also can't give you a price up front, because it varies so much between how rough the edge is or how much of the edge is gone. So some knives I can do in 10 minutes, other knives I have to do in half an hour. So it's only something I can evaluate when I look at the knife. Okay, let's see here. Okay, don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it actually cut into the paper. It feels sharper. Okay, so I got an edge on it now. It's a rough edge. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my 600 grit stone. Now, I don't need these knives to be, you know, razor blade sharp, because my in-laws aren't that much concerned about knives. They like their knives and they can do with the sharpness that they have. But a dull knife is more dangerous in the kitchen than a sharp knife. Always remember that, people. If you start having problems cutting your food with your knife, it means it's not sharp enough. If you have to put force in your cut, it's not sharp enough. You need to get it redone. Okay, 600 grit. I'm trying to not focus too much on one particular spot, so I get the same amount of sharpness, so to say, all throughout the blade. And this one has a sort of a, this has this kind of edge. So you gotta sharpen from both sides. On some knives, like scissors, it'll be this kind of edge, where the back is straight, so you only have to sharpen from this side. Makes it easier to sharpen because you only have one side to think about. Here I have two, so I have to mirror my actions as much as possible. Now, of course, like I said, I don't have to be dead on precise, because I can fix those crumbs, so to say, when I feel about how much the edge has rolled. Okay, let's see what we got. The tip is slightly bented. Starting to feel good. Now, I don't know if I'm done with this one. Might be have to keep working on it. Let's give it a test. Nice and smooth. Yep. This knife is ready to go back onto the magnet holder. Of course, I have to clean it first, but that's how you go from a dull knife to a sharp knife. Now, for those of you who try to sharpen your own knives, good for you. But remember one thing. A knife like this, if you sharpen this one too many times, it's going to end up here. And one problem with that is that that's the shape of a fillet knife. It has to be very flexible. This one has this one is resisted me, so this is not meant for a fillet knife. So you also got to know when to say, hey, okay, now this knife cannot be sharpened anymore. I've seen knives that has this thick of a spine, but only having an edge all the way up here because it's been sharpened so many times. That's not good. By the way, sorry if you can see that I'm shaking. Never done this on camera before. Okay, so this one here. Doesn't cut. Let's make it cut. Now last time, on the last one, I marked the edge before I put it on the holder. This time, I'm gonna put it on the holder first. Come on. And yes, I'm holding on the edge. For two reasons. One, when a knife is this dull, and when I'm only holding it, like squeezing it down, it can't cut. A knife doesn't cut by pushing into it, it cuts by sliding. And with this dull edge, I mean, I can run my finger clean on it, nothing happens. Of course, I'm not putting pressure on because I don't want to intentionally get cut, but the point remains the same. Okay, I'll take your marker and mark the edge. I'm only doing one side because as soon as I know the angle on one side, I can just mirror it on the other one. Also, that way I know I'm getting a consistent angle on the edge. I'm guessing this knife has a same 30-degree angle edge. So that's what we're gonna go for. I'm gonna go back to my 280 medium coarse knife. Stone. No, this is the knife, this is stone. Medium coarse stone. Let's see what we got here. Yep. It also does look like the edge is waved. Because not only do I have to make a new decent edge, I also have to make the edge straight. Yeah. This one should be able to handle that pretty good. Because this edge is a bit worse than the other one, I am going a bit more concentrated on the... I'm not doing the longer strokes yet. And I'm also going back and forth. Simply because the amount of work needs to be done. Like I said before, the crimes you so-called make, you can fix later when you touch up the rolled edge. Because something like this is you're not gonna get a rolled edge before you get a knife you can cut with. It's perfectly normal. One thing I also want to say is that remember to use as much of your stone as possible. Don't just go like this on one particular area, because your stone degrades or deteriorates, so you don't want to have a gap in your stone. Now, of course, I suck at doing that sometimes as well, so don't beat yourself up if you keep catching yourself doing it. I keep catching myself all the time. I'm not going to upload this video to Facebook, I'm going to upload it to YouTube and link it to Facebook and Instagram. And by the way, I only have Instagram for my company's sake. It's an only company account. You can reach me on it, but don't expect to get any social thing on it. Still dull. I'm gonna have to go down to the 120 core stone. Oh, come on. There we go. I only have a limited amount of time I can do this, because right now I am not home. I'm on vacation in Bornholm. I'm supposed to drive home about 3.5 to 4.5 hours. And this isn't the only thing I gotta do today. So we'll see if we go through all of them. Hopefully most of them. And it continues. I got a lot of metal to remove here, which is why I'm taking such a coarse stone. Of course, when the video is up, you can of course skip forward, go fast forward to where something interesting is happening. Right now this is just a lot of repetitive grinding. This is my traveling kit of sharpening stones. And because I am a poor man, I only have one traveling kit. I don't have a lot of stones with it. 3 only, actually. So I do accept donations. Looking at a set right now that has diamond stones in it. Should be freaking awesome. Because they not only last longer, they can give a finer edge. Son of a gun. Yeah, sometimes the holder can tease a little bit. And I'm a minimalist, so having a multi-tool on me is kind of a given. It also means that I always carry screwdriver that I'm needed for this. Okay, we continue. Yeah, with filming, it also helps. I don't know if you can hear me clearly enough, but it also helps me to register how long I use on this. It's getting there. I don't know if I have time to make this one sharp. The edge needs to be so fine that when you take your finger over it sideways, the way you feel the sharpness is actually because it's catching the patterns of your fingerprint. That's how fine the edge needs to be. Because I don't have a stand for this one for the table, my hand gets kind of cramped because I have to use force to hold it on the table. Okay, we're getting there, I think. Dang. Sorry about that. I need a piece of paper. Doesn't seem to want to come along. Not enough oil on. No, you don't need much. I'm only putting a few drops on. It's enough to get the whole stone wet enough. Now, of course, if you use the bigger stones, the full-size one, the best thing is to soak them completely in water about half an hour to an hour. See what we got. I'm not expecting this to come much since I apparently can't get the edge on. We'll cut a bit more. The edge is way too thick. I honestly don't have time for working on this much more, so this one is to be continued. We're going to the IKEA one. Visually, it's one of the better looking one. Don't think this one needs that much done. Let's see. Be right back. You expecting a package?
Maybe.
Oh, I am. Hey, hey!
Expecting something here?
Yep.
When you're going to travel today, you're expecting someone from here?
Well, I was hoping they got here before we traveled, but it's gonna come here. Sorry about that, fellas. Let's go with the medium for this one. I don't think this one requires that much work. say I don't have much time for each knife today, it's because I'm traveling today, so this is a fast job. So some knives I can't go 100% through. If I can't get them sharpened within a certain time limit, I gotta move on. Don't worry, it doesn't mean I can't get sharpened, it just means I don't have the time. Shit. Of course, you gotta be careful when something like that happens. Well, it's starting to cut, so yeah, I can feel it. It's getting a better edge on. I'll go to the fine one since the edge is pretty much already there. Just have to touch it up. That's got enough oil on it. Sorry about that. Didn't know it was in the way of the camera. So I'm gonna make another video later today for another client. So it's gonna be 2 sharpening videos in one day. Hopefully. Okay, let's see what we got. Yep. Son of a bitch. Yep, it'll cut. Dang. Well, if you'll excuse me, fellas, I need to go find some plastic. Yeah, that thing is sharp. Now, of course, stupid as I am, I cut towards myself. Don't ever do that. But we did get the result out of it we needed. It'll cut. So far, 2 out of 3 knives I've been able to make cut that didn't cut before. And one of them got me back. Who would have thunk it? Okay, we got 3 knives left. Let's go with the prettier one. I prefer wood handles. It's just more nice to hold. I don't think this one requires that much work either. Hey Roland, one of the knives got me. It'll cut now. This thing is sharp now. Nope, no kidding at all. Let's go with the medium stone. Now, of course, I enjoy sharpening knives a lot. I've been handling knives since I was 2 or 3 years old. I'll pretty much take on any knife you can throw at me to sharpen. Or make, for that sake. Son of a gun, I hate when that happens. Rips. The difference I'm doing here is here. I'm pressing on the side. I'm not going like this. And I'm pressing on the side. So even if it does cut, it'll cut. See how best things, yeah. It'll cut between my fingers. It's coming along. Just to let you guys know. So you don't go, oh, that fool is doing the same thing again, he's gonna get cut again. I learn from my mistakes. Now this set only has a stopper for going too much this way, not this way. Of course, also the time it takes to sharpen a knife also depends a lot on what steel it is. My best guess is that these are normal 440, at least in the series 440. Very standard kitchen knife steel. Somewhat easy to sharpen by hand. Let's see what we got now. It's getting there. But not quite there yet. Considering if I should go back to the coarse stone. Well, if I should go to the coarse stone on this one. Always beware of your fingers when you do this, guys. If you start to do this. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give it a few rounds with the coarse stone. With 120 grit. Coarse. Just a few rounds. And of course, I'm still a rookie at this sharpening here. At least I define myself as a rookie. I'm of course nowhere near as good as people who've been doing it for years. Okay, now up to the fine. See what we can get for an edge. Okay. Let's see what we get. Now let's take it off the holder and see if it'll cut some paper. Let's check it out. Well, it's got a few dull spots, but once you get it going right, it'll cut sufficient for this task. And frankly, I'm running out of time to spend on this knife. It'll cut enough for now. I don't know if you can hear it, but here it goes relatively smooth, but down here it gets more coarse. It's because of the edge. It's so rolled. I don't think I have to do a lot of work on this one. Good. Yep, it's already getting there. Well, sometimes what you can do is also just hold on the handle. The angle won't change when you do that. It can also help you with which part of the blade you're working on if it's a longer blade, like this. Of course, that's a bit more difficult if you're right-handed and not ambidextrous, because then, like this, I can't really hold on the blade here, or not the blade, the handle there. this is a sharp edge we're getting here. Let's give it a little rounds with 600 grit. I need a piece of tablecloth. Okay, let's see if it'll cut paper. Okay, fresh new sheet of paper. Let's see. Yep, it's a toothy edge, so I don't know if you can see, but it catches the paper, but it'll cut. Hang on a second, guys. Hey, roll it. I cut these flakes out of this. I cut these pieces of the paper for this one here, so you could do that before. So now these knives could really cut paper even before. Yeah, but it can't even cut paper, you can't cut food. There's a good way to test if the sharpness there, but now this one's pretty good. Well, it is one of the easiest things to cut, but it also shows that if knife can't even cut paper, then it must be dull. But not this one anymore. Now we'll be going through them when I'm done to show you that. So you got in the start the before and then afterwards the after of sharpness of the knives. Now this one I don't think I'm gonna have to do much about. It's got a bit of a wakizashi feeling blade. Wait a minute. Yeah. This one's not completed though, so I gotta be careful with the edge on this one. Let's try the medium stone, see if that's all I need to do. Yeah, any more oil on. Stop it. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this before. See if the camera will pick it up. The holes has numbers on, which tells me what degrees angle it is. So I'm using the 30-degree angle because it's a standard angle for kitchen knives. I believe that's anywhere in the world. Personally, I prefer more steep angle, like 25-degree angle, for pretty much all my knives. But sometimes I can't get that unless I'm making. Ah, shit. Well, it's already cutting through the kitchen cloth. So right now all I've got to do is hit it with the fine grit. So far, it's only one knife I haven't been able to sharpen in the time span I have. This one also needs a bit more oil on. Okay. Let's see the result. First, clean up the blade. Now remember, none of these knives could cut paper when we started. Okay. Paper, blade. Bit of a dull spot right there. Actually, it's not really a dull spot, it's just a furrow. Let's try that again. You know what? I think it cuts. And of course I go ahead and screw that one up. Ah, shit. I cut my nail. Come on, cut. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, to recap. Hang on a second, guys. Let me clean up here. It's also a good idea to Wipe your stones. For excess oil. Now you can see left over. Okay. Dang. Okay. Everything is back in its holster. Marker. Okay. See if I can back it up here a bit. Remove that one. Okay. So I'm gonna put up the knives now. Okay. So I can see me. So we have this one here. The not successful one. This one here. Pretty successful. This one here, full metal construction meat knife. Pretty successful. This one here, the one that cut me, so I'd say, oh wait a minute, maybe it's not. Yeah, I'd say this one was pretty successful. And this one here. Okay. Paper. Knife. Can't really cut. Couldn't get an edge on properly. Now this one here. Semi-successful. Let's try this one here. Pretty darn successful. This one here. Start the other end. Loosen paper here. Yep, successful. This one. Yep. And the last one. Yep. Okay guys, this was my first sharpening video. It went semi-successful, I would say. Got some knives really sharpened and some knives less sharpened, and some knives not really sharpened. So yeah. But thanks for tuning in, and if you have a knife that you sharpen, contact me on Facebook or Instagram at REH Armory, and we'll figure something out. Yeah. Bye.